Alright folks, welcome back to episode 4 of 245 Marathon Prep. Today's episode is recovery. So, I'm going to go through some of the instances of things that I've used to recover. In no way or shape or form I'm saying that these things are things you need to do if you're watching this video. It's just some things that I have used so far in this process to recover from these long runs and the miles I've been stacking up. So without further ado, let's go. Number one is the compression sleeves. Something that I thought I wouldn't like using, but they're actually very beneficial. So it's just something super easy. All you do is just slide the little legs in. And I thought I needed to get the Hyper Ice version. That was like $800, $900. And I was like, I almost bought them, but then I was like, Amazon comes through for you, boy. So I went in there and ended up finding some compression sleeves that do the same thing. They may not be as fancy, but I think overall they do the same thing, just, a quarter the price. So the ones I found was like, I think $150. So, I've saved $700, $800. But those Hyper Ice ones probably are better. We'll see. I don't know. But for right now, for what I need, these work good. Secondly, ice. It may be arbitrary to think, but icing is something that I do, especially after them long runs. Man, put the ice on the knees, the ankles, the feet, whatever I feel like I'm, work the most during that run, which, when you putting these heavy miles on, you want to really focus on them areas. So that's kind of what I use is the ice. 3, you sleep. Make sure you're sleeping, man. It's just one of them basic functions that we kind of overlook, especially with having to get up so early to do the longer runs or, running before work and things like that. So sleep is definitely one of them things that I think we all neglect sometimes, especially when you got a little one, that got energy that's infinite, so hey, that's just what it is. So sleep. And 4th, foam roller. This is something that I picked up in 2016 when I really started getting into fitness, because the position I was in as a freaking infantry officer, man, and they introduce you to all these things, and you're like, okay, cool, this is how you work out. And they have this program within the forces that's called H2F, and they kind of introduced me. That was the first time I ever seen a foam roller or anything like that. And there's obviously experts that think, this doesn't work, bilateral movement. Look, man, I foam roll, I feel a little better. Whether that's something that's mental, that's actually occurring, or it's just actually something that it's actually working. I don't know. But foam rolling has helped a lot, and I do it all the time. So it is what it is. Is it working? To me, it does. Especially when I roll out my back, feels excellent. And then when you do them long runs, foam rolling, just the joints, and not the joints, but the gluteus maximus in your legs, things of that nature. It works for me. I'm telling you what works for me may or may not work for you. But yeah, those are the 4 things that I've utilized thus far with recovery that's kept me on the track running. Like I said, we're on the road to running the 245. If you ain't locked in, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now, man. What you waiting on? Here, I'll wait.
Rotten Dynasty, your neighborhood runners.